never imagined that the woman I married could ask for something so audacious, so dismissive of the vows we had made. But that's exactly what happened when my wife suggested an open marriage, and how I turned her demand into a lesson in accountability and justice. This is my story, how I discovered the betrayal, served divorce papers, and delivered epic revenge. My name is Farid. I had been married to my wife, Sana, for 7 years. We shared a comfortable home, mutual friends, and a life that seemed perfect from the outside. I loved her deeply and trusted her completely, believing our relationship was built on loyalty, respect, and shared values. The first warning signs were subtle. Sana started spending longer hours at work, acting distant at home, and became increasingly secretive with her phone and social media. She avoided conversations about our future and made vague excuses for her late nights. At first, I tried to dismiss my worries, assuming she was stressed or overwhelmed, but my instincts told me otherwise. One evening, during a candid conversation, Sana shocked me. She bluntly demanded an open marriage, suggesting that she wanted the freedom to see other people while I remained committed. Her words were not only disrespectful, but dismissive of the trust and love we had shared. The audacity of her request left me stunned, hurt, and angry. I knew immediately that compromise was impossible. Trust, once shattered in such a blatant way, could not be repaired with words. But I also realized that acting impulsively out of anger would only give her an advantage. I needed to be strategic, to turn her betrayal into accountability. I began gathering evidence. It didn't take long to uncover proof that her open marriage request was not theoretical. It was the precursor to an affair she had already started. Messages, emails, and secret meetups with another man confirmed my worst fears. The betrayal was real, and it was already in motion. With undeniable proof in hand, I filed for divorce. But I didn't stop there. I wanted the legal process to fully reflect the gravity of her actions. The court proceedings were meticulous. I presented evidence of her infidelity, her attempts to manipulate me, and the clear intent behind her request for an open marriage. The judge ruled decisively in my favor. She lost claims to shared assets, financial leverage, and any attempt to gain an advantage in custody arrangements. The revenge wasn't fueled by rage. It was strategic and thorough. Beyond the courtroom, I ensured that friends, family, and mutual acquaintances were aware of her betrayal. The social consequences were immediate. Her reputation, once carefully curated, began to crumble. The excitement she sought through deceit left her isolated and humiliated. After the divorce, I disappeared from her life entirely. I moved to a new city, changed routines, and focused on rebuilding my life. I ignored her calls, messages, and attempts at manipulation. Silence became my ultimate tool, the loudest statement that betrayal has consequences. Months later, I saw the full impact of my actions. Sana's social circle shrank. Her credibility was damaged, and the man she had been seeing abandoned her when the scandal came to light. The open marriage she had demanded, hoping to satisfy her own desires, ended in personal, social, and emotional consequences that she could not control. For me, the emotional toll was immense. Nights were filled with memories of happier times, heartbreak, and the sting of betrayal. But over time, I found peace. Rebuilding my life, reclaiming my dignity, and prioritizing my future became my mission. The hardest lesson I learned is this. Betrayal can come in many forms, sometimes audacious and deliberate. But evidence, strategy, and decisive action ensure that justice is served. Revenge doesn't need to be violent or vindictive. It can be precise, effective, and dignified. Sana's audacious request for an open marriage destroyed her reputation, relationships, and credibility. I exposed the truth, filed for divorce, and delivered measured revenge. And in the silence that followed, I discovered the most powerful form of justice: peace, dignity, and closure. My wife demanded an open marriage, but I served divorce papers and got epic revenge. And in the aftermath, accountability, truth, and freedom prevailed.